So Team USA are very likely to be making a massive mistake when it comes to the way they rotate their roster. And if you guys know anything about the way Team USA works, it is not a meritocracy. This is USA basketball. And by the way, I'm saying this from the perspective of somebody that is happy about this. I will always say that USA, I will always cheer against Team USA. I will always do it. I will always hope Team USA lose when it comes to basketball. Just because Americans lose their damn mind on Twitter. It's hilarious. But I always cheer against them. Nothing personal. Nothing against any of the players. Just as a nation thing, I'll cheer against them. Just like I'll cheer against England football. That being said, I'm happy that this is the case. If you guys didn't see what Team USA have done, in the last Olympics, Chelsea Gray started. Chelsea Gray nearly lost them the tournament. They nearly lost the tournament by Chelsea Gray starting. But if you look even at the last Olympics here. So, this here, points per game, it was Aja. Rebounds per game was Stewie. Blocks per game, Aja. Assists per game, Steward, 5.8. Taurasi, Steward, steals per game. They were able to do that, by the way. They were able to do that. This is a team that absolutely, in the groups, they nearly lost to Nigeria. They were close with Nigeria. And if you're looking here, Steward, 27 minutes. By the way, Chelsea Gray had won a WNBA championship at this stage and was the best point guard in the WNBA. She's sitting on a bench while a 42-year-old Sue Bird or a 41-year-old Sue Bird is starting. Look, I'm not saying Sue Bird at her peak was not better than Chelsea Gray at her peak, because I'm not making that argument. I'm just not going to do it. But 2021 Chelsea Gray was so much better than Sue Bird. 7 points, 1.7 rebound, 3.2 assists. And in the finals, you can see 24 minutes from Chelsea Gray. The finals where, it matters. Playing against a Japan team who were interesting. Chelsea Gray goes and gets more minutes. Sue Bird's minutes go down a little bit. Skylar Diggins didn't really play at all. But at that stage, Sue Bird was not the best point guard. Taurasi in 2021, fair enough. Taurasi. But again, 39-year-old Taurasi averaging 6 points per game. Starter. Played 29 minutes in the final, but minutes gone down. Everything they do is based on, it's not a meritocracy. It is sentiment. It is a sentiment. So when it comes down to this, I mean this when I say this. Bree Jones was meant to have been in there for Kiki Riafen. I think we all kind of know that. Bree Jones was going to be in the squad. Kiki was not going to be in the squad. Or maybe Bree Jones was meant to be in there for Ryan Howard, because Ryan Howard didn't even go to the camp. That being said, it is it's one of those things where you don't go all young, but Jackie Young should be the only player over 25 starting. And everyone's these players don't have enough experience on the international stage. They're playing, I'm sorry, this weird, thing where it's it's so much more physical and all this crap. I'm who are you playing against? If you look at America right here, America are playing in Group A. They're playing Senegal. I don't know who they have. They have got, on the 13th of March, they play Puerto Rico. On the 11th of March, they play Senegal. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea who's on Senegal. I have no idea who plays Puerto Rico. They play on the 14th of March. They play against Italy. Cecchi's and Latini. Italy are okay. They're okay. I think they can finish fourth in Eurobasket last year. Italy are okay. But their best player is Cecchi's and Latini. They don't have size. These teams don't have size. They don't have athleticism. They don't have the strength. New Zealand, I don't know who's on that team. The 17th is going to be interesting. But still, I'm sorry. I'm not worried. Why should anyone on Team USA be worried about Awa Pham and Raquel Carrera at the 4-5? Like, it is what it is. I think everyone kind of realizes that Team USA not are bigger, stronger, faster, and better at basketball than any of these teams that they're playing. They have a piss take run. Like, it is not a difficult run in the slightest. This is this is a warm-up event. This is not a difficult run at all. Like, they have their roster picked. This is not difficult at all, lads. And if you guys don't know, again, they are literally going to be still playing all their role players. And I get it. It doesn't really matter for minutes. These games don't matter because they've already qualified for the World Cup. These games don't matter. But I'm like, you just know when it comes to the World Cup, you're going to have Chelsea Gray, who plays, by the way, who plays point guard when Dana Evans and Chelsea Gray on the floor? Dana Evans. Like, the Aces realized early last year that Chelsea Gray doesn't have the legs to play point guard anymore on either end of the floor. But what Chelsea Gray can still do, she can still be a shot creator. She can still be a fantastic shot creator. She can be a light shot clock pick and roll ball handler. And she can be a really good inside defender. She's very good at guarding post players with her hands. What Chelsea Gray can't do anymore is run the floor. She can't run an offense. She can't get the ball past the halfway line anymore because she's just not quick enough. And she can't guard guards because they just burn her. They burn her in space. Like, Chelsea Gray is she's become a small ball four. And one of the best a championship small ball four. You see it so many times. It's like it's not that common a thing in America, but it's a really common thing in Europe. And it's the best example I'll give for Chelsea Gray, and again, this is a very niche reference people don't understand, is there's a guy by the name of Jared Noonan. Jared Noonan is one of the best Irish, in my opinion, one of the most skilled players to ever play in Ireland. But he was a point guard, and he was the best point guard in the country. And as he got older, he got slower, didn't really take, and I'm not saying Chelsea Gray was because of injuries, like, Jared Noonan didn't really take care of his body, but he was literally a 6 foot tall power forward center by the end of his career. And there'd be like pro players in America coming from playing high major D1. And they look at this guy and they're being warned about this guy before the game, being like, oh, this guy's going to give us 30. And they're laughing, being like, oh no, he's not going to do anything. And then he goes and gives them 30. Like, that's the thing with Chelsea Gray. Like, Chelsea Gray she's lost all speed, but she's still a 4. But they're going to insist on playing her at the 1. The only positive is that Jackie Young's on the team. And Jackie Young is the Aces point guard. Like, the Aces actual point guard is probably going to start. Jackie Young, who is the Aces point guard, is probably going to start. At the end of the day, it is what it is. But we're watching situations where, I say this, where I'm like, Jackie's probably going to start the 1, whatever. Or Jackie or Kelsey are going to start the 1, Kelsey Plum. Caitlin's way better than Kelsey Plum. Chelsea Gray as a shot creator wing. Paige is better than her. And don't even get me started on Angel Reese versus Dearica Hamby. Like, I mean this when I say this. What Angel Reese has done to Dearica Hamby as a pro, you might argue that it violates the Geneva Convention. There are certain players that Angel Reese just has their number, and Dearica Hamby is one of them. If you look at Angel Reese versus Hamby, she had 8 last year, back-to-back in 4-day wins against the Sparks. They won back-to-back against the Sparks. By the way, this guy didn't win many games. 18, 17, 6 assists, 4 steals in one game. 24, 16, and 7 assists in the other. 24, 16, and 7. Like, this is scary. 1 steal, 2 blocks on 52% shooting. The other, 18, 17, 6, 4 steals on 12 shots. I think early on in the year they lost, and that was, in fairness, Angel Reese did slump at the start of the year. But what Angel Reese has done, and by the way, 2024, Angel Reese's season ended with a 24-12 game against Dearica Hamby. on a broken wrist. Coming out after the Olympic break, 14-11 in a win against Diarca Hamby. Like, Angel Reese, honestly, when it comes down to it, Jesus, 6-6-3, start of her rookie season. When it comes down to it, what Angel Reese has done to Diarca Hamby, who's probably going to be starting at the 4 over her, may violate the fucking Geneva Convention. Like, if Angel Reese could play 40 games a year against Diarca Hamby, I mean, if Angel Reese could play 40 games a year, that'd be great. But if she could play 40 games a year against Diarca Hamby, Angel Reese would win the MVP. Like, that is how much Angel Reese has dominated on Hamby. Like, over the course of her career. That being said, we're looking now at a situation where you're probably looking at Oldham coming off the bench. Aaliyah, by the way, would also have been coming off the bench against Bree Jones. And don't get me started on what that playoff series looked like last year. Don't get me started. Don't get me started on the playoff series last year. And they would have started Bree Jones over Aaliyah Boston. Don't get me started. I was about to say what Caitlin Clark's done against Kelsey Plum. Caitlin Clark's never actually beaten Kelsey Plum in a game. So fair enough with that one. But Paige versus Chelsea Gray. Paige Bueckers is better at every aspect of basketball, including passing, by the way. I always say this. People can make an easy pass look hard, and that's what Chelsea Gray does. Paige Bueckers is a fantastic passer. She just doesn't see the passes. As far as vision is concerned, Chelsea Gray's vision is exceptional. But you've got Caitlin Clark, who makes the hard passes look easy, who's the best passer in the league. Chelsea Gray is like Jason Williams. It's, in my opinion, more flash than substance. That being said, Chelsea Gray is still almost Paige level as a shot creator. But Aaliyah is going to be center because she's the only center there. The wing is going to be Jackie Young, probably over Kalia Copper, albeit what Copper did in the Olympics. They could end up starting Plum. They could end up bringing Plum off the bench and start Copper. They're either going to start Copper, Young, and Gray, or they're going to start Gray, Plum, and Young. And then power forward, it's going to be Diarca Hamby. Everybody knows that. And I don't understand this weird thing of like young players paying their dues. That is literally almost lost. That almost lost USA an Olympic title. And I hope USA keep doing it. Because at the end of the day, I would love for USA not to win the Olympics. I would love for them not to win the World Cup. And they still should anyway. But the fact is that there is still a little bit of a chance of them not doing it because they might end up benching their young superstars. And everyone being like, oh, they're too young this, they're too young that. You do realize that France, in the Olympics, are almost certainly going to start Maureen Photo at the 1. What age is Maureen Photo? She's 24. At the 2, they're probably going to start Layla Lacan. At the 3, they're probably going to start Gabby Williams. At the 4, they're going to start... and Gabby Williams, in fairness, will be 32. At the 4, they're going to start Janelle Salon. And at the 5, they are going to start probably Ileana Rupert. You do realize that 4 of the 5 French starters, and maybe Malonga's in there, France will be younger than Team USA. There is a realistic scenario that France start 2 people born after 2004. There is a good chance that France there's an almost certainty that 4 of the 5 French starters, maybe Valou Yayi will end up starting still at the Olympics, but there's a very good chance that 4 of the 5 French starters will be born the 2000s. 2001 or later. Will be born 01 or later. As in, like, France will be younger than Team USA at the next Olympics. Even if USA went out with Jackie Young's the same age as Gabby Williams, but let's just say they went out with Jackie Young, Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Angel Reese, and Paige Bueckers. They would be older than their toughest competition in France. Everyone talking about, experience this, experience that, we need to go old. Literally, France, there is no combination of players unless you wanted to start Sonia Citron at the 3 and go with your 5 youngest players that will be younger than France. There is no combination of players. Spain are going to start a 19-year-old. Spain do start a 19-year-old. Spain start a 19-year-old, a 23-year-old in Raquel Carrera. Like, Spain start kids as well. Why is it the Team USA, they're like, oh, we need to beat all these other teams who are willing to start their best team regardless of age. So what are we going to do that? Oh, we're going to not do, we're so scared of these other team. Why? Because, oh, look at how much better the world's gotten. France actually outran us and they looked younger than us and they ran and we really struggled with that. So what are we going to do? We're going to just go old. We're going to just go old. And you just know, USA are going to do that. And I would love to be wrong with this. I would love if I made a video at the first game and I said, I will literally make a video if it turns out that they go young. And by the way, by going young, I mean, you start Caitlin Clark at the 1. You start Paige Bueckers at the 2. You start Jackie Young or Copper at the 3. Probably Jackie Young. At the 4, you start Angel Reese. And at the 5, you start Elliot Boston. You start your actual best 5. I will literally make a video saying, I was wrong. USA won't lose. Will never lose. Because the likelihood of Carl Lawson making the mistakes of the past is high. It's really fucking high. So anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys.